Hello and good evening from Foundation Field here in Hamilton, Ohio on this Thursday evening. Sam Newcomb here alongside Luke West-Poli as the Hamilton Joes will play host to the Richmond Jazz in Game 12 of their GLSCL Summer Collegiate League game. Luke, yesterday the Joes took on the steam and were able to come out on top in that one. Dominant pitching performance from Chase Hopewell, only giving up a run and 3 hits, and then Reisenfeld and Kurd shut things down, and the Joes are now currently tied with the steam at 7-4.
Yeah, great performance all around from the Joes yesterday, and especially from the bats, which is something that we don't normally see from the Joes. Pitching has always been great all year, and that was nothing different with Chase Hopewell starting yesterday. He really had a good performance, but yeah, 5-run second inning, and great games from guys like Leighton Banjoff really propelled the Joes bats to give themselves such a dominant victory.
The Joes had 9 hits in yesterday's win over the Steam. They are now 2-1 against the Steam. They are taking on the Jazz today, who entered today's game 5-6. They're 2-6 on the road. They've won 2 straight in back-to-back games against the Marlins and Scouts. Both those games were 1-run victories for the Jazz. Last time these two teams met was earlier last week, and the Jazz took down the Joes 4-1 in that one.
Yeah, that was part of a 2-game stretch where the Joes really struggled on the road and had a couple of tough losses against the Scouts and Jazz, but now returning home here to Foundation Field where they've been very good. They're going to look to continue their momentum riding a 2-game winning streak, and they've got a couple good guys in the lineup today, and they really looked good in the warm-up, and the coaches are hoping that they're able to put on a good performance today.
Last time these two teams met, Jazz won 4-1, and it was a 4-run first and second inning for the Jazz to take a 4-0 lead. The Joes were only able to get 1 run across the rest of the way, and they ended up losing that one earlier last week. Let's get into your starting lineups. The Richmond Jazz will batting first and at second base, KJ Curry. Batting second and at shortstop, Cale Chatham. Batting third and at first base, Ben Huber. Batting fourth and playing left field, Tyler Johnson. Batting fifth and at center field, Austin Slate. Batting sixth, and DHing Andrew Dietz. Batting seventh and playing right field, Gerald Buchanan. Batting eighth and playing third base, Bradley Fleener. And batting ninth and rounding up the lineup for the Richmond Jazz is Drew Barber, and he'll be behind the dish. On the mound for the Hamilton Joes to start this game is going to be Sam Klein out of Ball State. His last outing, he went 8 innings, gave up no runs, only 2 hits, and struck out 14 batters. Opponents are batting .087 against Sam Klein. He rocks a 4-seam slider changeup, so he'll be an exciting guy on the mound all season long for the Hamilton Joes. Let's take a look at the positioning out in the defense for the Hamilton Joes. Starting on the outfield from left to right is Leighton Banjoff, John Sanjul, and Harry Jackson. In the infield from left to right, starting at third base, is Tyler Henriquez, Braden Broom, Garrett Staten, and Matt Dietering. And Sammy Sass, making his second start behind the dish. Out of Wright State, will be calling the pitches for Sam Klein. Hamilton Joes will be in their white-on-whites with black caps and red Joes stitching across the caps, and then the Richmond Jazz are going to be in their navy blues with white numbers and gray pants. It's a beautiful day here in Hamilton, Ohio, around 85 degrees, and not a cloud in sight. So it's a picture-perfect day for some baseball. Hamilton Joes trying to win their 3rd straight of the season. They've won the last 2 after they took Game 2 against the Bison and a dominant performance by Bryce Smith on the mound. And then yesterday they beat the Steam 7-3 or 7-1. And now they'll take on the Jazz for the 3rd time this summer. Both teams have beaten each other once in those 2 games. KJ Curry will dig in from the right side, batting .200 on the year. The first pitch delivery from Sam Klein is upstairs, but a wave and a miss by Curry, and the count's 0-1. First pitch, 7:01 here on this Thursday evening. Glad you can join us here on YouTube for game number 12 of the season for the Joes. This one's a breaking ball, and KJ Curry way ahead of that one, and he's down the count 0-2. Curry had a good day yesterday in the win over the Scouts. They walked it off in the 9th inning. KJ Curry went 2 for 4. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball, third base. Enriquez Fields fires to Dietering at first for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good start for Sam Klein on the mound. A couple nice pitches for strikes, and then he's able to pick up a ground out. Picking up right where he left off after his dominant last start against the Steam a week ago.
Joe's pitching. Currently have the best team ERA in the league at 3.23, and also have given up the least amount of earned runs at 34. As Klein fires one in there on the outside corner to Cale Chatham. He'll be playing shortstop for the Jazz today, batting .219 on the season. The 0-1 is lined into center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. So after Klein gave up 2 hits in the game against the Steam, and when he went 8 innings, he gives up a hit here in the first. And a runner is on for the Jazz with 1 out. Now Ben Huber, one of the taller guys on this Jazz team, will come up to the plate. Huber batting .300 on the year, did not play in yesterday's game against the Scouts. Klein out of the stretch, fires one in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. The pitch from Klein dives low for a ball. This is the first time Klein is throwing to Sammy Sass behind the dish. His other outings, Ulrich was catching for the Joes. The 1-1 is high and outside. Ben Huber, senior out of Limestone College. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Out of the stretch. This one's in on the hands and fouled off over the screen. Count's now 2-2. Joe's currently sitting in second, tied for second with the Cincinnati Steam in the South Division. The Ohio Bison have a 1.5 lead. The 2-2 from Klein is inside, and that is a ball. So the count is now full to Ben Huber. Klein did not give up many base runners in his last outing against the Steam. Trying to avoid let 2 get on here in the first. Here's the payoff pitch. It's a breaking ball right across the heart of the plate. Strike 3 looking.
Fantastic pitch there from Sam Klein to strike out his first batter of the evening. And that was just a nice breaking ball. Started a little bit above the strike zone and finished right over the plate. Great way for Sam Klein to get his first strikeout.
2 outs now in the inning. And the first pitch to Tyler Johnson is in there for a strike. Johnson, best average on the team at .480. Also has 6 RBIs on the season for the Jazz. Who entered today's game 5-6. They're good at home. They're 3-0 at home, but only 2-6 on the road. They played a lot of road games here early on in the GLSCL season. While the Hamilton Joes are playing all home games this week. It'll come to an end on Sunday. A wave and a miss there from Johnson, and it counts 0-2. Joes will take on the Scouts tomorrow, the Marlins Saturday, and the Bison on Sunday. All home games here at Foundation Field. So come out and watch some Hamilton Joes baseball, or you can find us right here on the YouTube for all those games. The 0-2 is fouled off into the parking lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can return all foul balls to the big white tent, you'll receive a prize.
Joes are 5-1 at home. I guess you can say they haven't lost a 9-inning game at home. Their lone loss came on that doubleheader, first game of the doubleheader to the Bison.
Yeah, talking to Ryan Finnerty about that earlier before the game.
First ball of the at-bat is high at the letters, and the count is now 1-2 with 2 outs. Sam Klein shakes off the first and now nods at the second. And here's the 1-2 in the turf. Sammy Sass keeps it in front. Sammy Sass rocking the green and yellow catcher's gear. He's from Wright State. 2-2 the count to Tyler Johnson. Here's the pitch, and softly hit, but foul behind home plate. Count will remain 2-2. The infield here at Foundation Field is fully turf, and then the outfield is just regular grass. Now the 2-2 is going to freeze Tyler Johnson. Strike 3 looking. Sam Klein strikes out 2. He gives up a single, but that guy is stranded at first base. We go to the bottom of the first. When we come back, we'll give you your Hamilton Joes lineup, and the Joes bats will come up to the plate. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball right here on YouTube.
We thank you.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Back here at Foundation Field, let's take a look at your Hamilton Joes lineup here in game number 12 of the season. Batting first and leading off for the Hamilton Joes and playing left field, Leighton Banjoff. Batting second in right field, Harry Jackson. Batting third and DHing for the Joes tonight, Luke Arnold. Batting fourth and catching for the Joes, Sammy Sass. Batting fifth and at first base, Matt Dietering. Batting sixth and at shortstop, Braden Broom. Batting seventh and in the hot corner at third base, Tyler Henriquez. Batting eighth and in center field, John Sanjul. And rounding out the lineup for the Joes and batting ninth and playing second base is Garrett Staten. So Logan Castleman, who's been in the leadoff spot majority of the season, gets the day off today. And the guy from Nebraska, Leighton Banjoff, will dig in. 3 for 7 on the year. He has 4 RBIs. He looks at a ball outside from Anthony Rogers, who's making his first start of the season for the Jazz. He's appeared in 3 games and has a 15.26 ERA. And another one misses outside. Counts now 2-0 to Banjoff. Banjoff went 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. Slider misses inside, and the count's quickly 3-0.
Yeah, Ryan Finnerty, assistant coach for the Joes, has been a great friend of the broadcast, always giving us the up-to-date info. And this one's going to catch the strike zone. We were in Richmond last week for a road game. We were sitting in the press box, and Ryan was talking to us, and he said, I got a guy coming in from Nebraska that I think is really going to inject some life into these Joes bats, and he's done just that. He'll reach base again here.
Leighton Banjoff works the leadoff walk, and yeah, you talked about bringing the energy. Banjoff did that in the very first game. He started for the Joes, stealing home. Yeah, that really brought the energy for the Joes bats that inning as the Braden Broom tripled, and then Henriquez hit a home run, the first home run for the Joes all season long. And that same inning, Banjoff stole home.
Yeah, they were all back-to-back-to-back. It was a big swing of momentum for the Joes, and Leighton's been great. He had some injuries that hampered him throughout his sophomore season at Nebraska.
And now Harry Jackson will dig in, and 2 pitches that catch the inner half of the strike zone, and it counts 0-2. Jackson with a team best 429 average on the season, had 1 hit in yesterday's win. The pitch from Rogers is way outside for a ball. Rogers on the year has pitched 7 2/3 innings. He's given up 13 runs, 10 hits, only 5 strikeouts, and he's walked 12. So he struggled a bit with his command this summer for the Richmond Jazz. The 1-2 pitch to Jackson upstairs for a ball. That one nowhere close to the strike zone again. So it counts now 2-2 to Harry. Out of Toledo, Ohio. Plays his ball at Lords. The 2-2. And, ooh, that one just misses. Catcher for the Jazz, Drew Barber, thought that one caught a piece of the plate. But home plate umpire Jeff Bailey didn't agree. And the count is now full to Harry Jackson. Anthony Rogers trying to avoid back-to-back walks. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Harry Jackson strikes out for the first out of the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it was good from Jackson to battle back in the count, but unfortunately, after being the beneficiary of a close call, he strikes out swinging, and that'll bring up Luke Arnold.
Luke Arnold's been swinging in a hot bat lately. Went 2 for 4 in yesterday's game with a single and a double. Runner on the move. Throw down to second. Is not in time. Leighton Banjoff swipes second base, and he's in scoring position here with 1 out.
Yeah, that throw was just a little high. The timing was pretty good, but Banjoff was able to slide underneath it.
Now Luke Arnold, who leads the team with 9 RBIs this season, has a chance to get that number up to double digits. The pitch is a ground ball, and that's going to be through the left side. Banjoff had a delayed reaction, and he's going to have to hold at third base. But runners will be on the corners for the Joes with 1 out after the single there from Luke Arnold.
Luke Arnold continues his hot streak, and he advances Banjoff over to third, and that'll bring up Sammy Sass.
Sammy Sass batted .379 for Wright State this past season as a COVID freshman. But coming into today's game, only batting .250. Trying to get an RBI here, get the Joes on the board, and give them the early lead in this one. He looks at a strike at the knees. Anthony Rogers, the southpaw, comes set. He fires home, runner on the move, and Barber's going to hold as he pump fake towards second. So now runners on second and third. That pitch was called strikes, so Sammy Sass is going to have to battle now with no balls and 2 strikes here in this at-bat.
Yeah, you just got to put this one in play, preferably opposite field on the right side if it's going to be in the infield or anything to the outfield to score at least 1 here.
No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Sass, and this one in on the hands, and it's just going to be a slow flare over the Jazz dugout, and Sammy Sass will stay alive. Sass, 3 for 12 on the season. He has 2 RBIs, trying to add to that total here. Only 1 out. No score here in the bottom of the first at Foundation Field. The pitch on its way. That one just a tad high and outside for a ball. Good plate discipline there from Sammy Sass. Luke Arnold at second. Leighton Banjoff leads off at third. The count is 1-2 to Sammy Sass with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Rogers. That one way outside as Barber had a slide to his right to catch that one. Count is now even at 2 apiece. Rogers comes set at the letters. Now fires home, and this one fouled straight back. And Sass extends his at-bat. 6th pitch upcoming in this at-bat to Sammy Sass. Matt Dietering is on deck for the Hamilton Joes. Count remains 2-2. Anthony Rogers on the bump. He delivers home, and that one misses outside again, way off the plate. Barber had to come out of his stance to get that one, and the count runs full to Sass after he was down in the count 0-2. There is a base open for Anthony Rogers, but you don't want to get them loaded with only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The 3-2 pitch. And it misses just off the outside corner for a ball. And Sass will trot down to first base with a walk. And the bases are juiced for Matt Dietering.
Yeah, that one just outside. And watch out for Matt Dietering. He was hitting really well in batting practice. And Coach Finnerty came up to us today and he said he's really figured it out. And he thinks that he's going to hit one really deep today. So now with the bases loaded, I think it's a pretty good time.
Yeah, it sure would be here with the bases juiced for the Joes in the bottom of the first. And first pitch from Rogers catches a piece of the outside corner for a strike. Dietering batting .267 on the year with 7 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch to Dietering. Swing and a miss. Dietering ahead of that one. That counts now 0-2.
Back-to-back good pitches from Rogers. First he works the outside part of the zone, and then just a breaking ball that dove underneath Dietering's bat, and now he's behind.
No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Dietering. It's a high at the neck for a ball. Joes only have 1 hit in the inning. The other 2 base runners on base for the Joes reached on the walk. But they haven't put one across here in the bottom of the first. The 1-2 pitch to Dietering. Inside, called strike 3. It was a nice breaking ball that started on the hip of Dietering, and he had no choice but to watch it go by him. And he strikes out, and that's the second out of the inning. So Anthony Rogers now 1 out from escaping this bottom of the first inning with no damage done. Braden Broom will step up to the plate for the Joes. The first pitch to Broom is fouled straight back to the net for a strike. Broom went 1 for 4 in yesterday's win over the Steam. He doubled in his first at-bat, but then was retired 3 straight times. Trying to be clutch here. Give the Joes a 2-out run. The 0-1, outside corner, strike 2.
Rogers continues with the good pitching here with the bases loaded. He didn't give Dietering anything really to hit in that last at-bat, and that was a good pitch on the outside there to Braden Broom.
No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are juiced for the Hamilton Joes here in the bottom of the first, and Rogers is going to step off and step right back on. Rogers trying to escape this inning with no damage done. The 0-2. And that one just below the knees for a ball. Rogers started walking back to his dugout, but instead he'll have to throw a 1-2 pitch to Braden Broom. Joe's trying to not leave them loaded here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-2 pitch, high and outside for a ball. 2-2 the count. Rogers has struck out 2 guys. He's walked 2 and has given up a single in this inning. He gets the call from Barber behind the dish. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Lined into right field. This should be an easy play for Buchanan. He's underneath it, and he makes the catch. The Joes leave him loaded after they had him juiced with only 1 out. But they come up empty here in the bottom of the first inning. We're still scoreless as we go to the second here in Foundation Field. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio. At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
So the Joes leave them loaded in their first at-bats in the bottom of the first inning. Now here in the top of the second, leading things off for the Jazz is going to be Austin Slate. Here's the first pitch from Klein to Slate. This is a ground ball, and that's going to pop out of the mid of Henriquez. He won't throw, and it's going to be an infield single for the Jazz.
That was going to be a tough play for Henriquez over there at third anyway. So it will be a hit. That's the second of the game for the Jazz, and Slate aboard with a leadoff single. That brings up the DH, Andrew Dietz, batting just 185. Also pitched a little bit for the Jazz this year.
Dietz went 1 for 5 in yesterday's win over the Scouts. Klein sets at the belt. Slings it home. This one's fouled off. Down the left side. So Dietz is down in the count 0-2. And Sam Klein looking for his third strikeout of the game. He looks over there at first. Slate leads off. No balls and 2 strikes to Dietz. The pitch from Klein is swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Dietz will walk back to the dugout. I don't know what he was trying to argue about. I don't know if it was maybe catcher interference potentially. We saw that yesterday. Evan Ulrich behind the dish. We saw that just once. First time we've seen it all season. Dietz is retired, though, with a strikeout. And Gerald Buchanan will step up to the plate. Sam Klein will check on Slate over there at first, but Slate back in time. Buchanan just batting .208 for the Jazz this season. He looks at a nice breaking ball there. Across the heart of the plate for a strike. Klein just throws a 4-seam slider changeup. The pitch, another one that was in the turf. Buchanan went golfing, but he swung on and he swung and missed. And it counts now 0-2. Klein gets the call from Sass. Now fires home. This one is a slider that catches Buchanan off guard. It throws him at the plate. And Klein has his second strikeout of the inning, his 4th of the game.
Yeah, despite giving up 2 singles, Klein is still pitching well. 4 strikeouts for him, and now there's 2 away here for Bradley Fleener.
First pitch to Fleener, catches a piece of the outside corner for a strike. Fleener batting a .185, playing third base for the Jazz tonight. Slate is on first base for the Jazz after he led off with a single. And time is called right before the pitch. Sam Klein already was almost halfway home, but he had a hold up. 0 on the count to Fleener. Here with 2 outs in the top of the second. The pitch from Klein is outside for a ball. No clouds in sight here at Foundation Field. Just around 80 degrees here in Hamilton, Ohio. The 1-1 pitch from Klein. Softly hit ball to second base. Staten Fields, he throws. And that is the third and final out of the top of the second. Joes try to maybe get a runner across here in the bottom of the second after leaving him stranded in the bottom of the first. When we come back, Joes will come up to the plate. 7, 8, 9 hitters, Henriquez, Sanjul, and Staten will bat for the Joes when we come back. You're listening to Hamilton Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at cboxsports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joe's game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
We are scoreless through an inning and a half of baseball here at Foundation Field. Glad you can join us here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and then follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Hamilton Joes. Tyler Henriquez will lead things off. The third baseman out of Ball State, batting .227 for the Joes this summer. He has the lone home run for the Joes. Just happened earlier this week when he poked one opposite field over the right field fence. Worth noting that the wind is blowing towards left field, so righties might be able to pull one out of here tonight. We haven't seen a home run out in left field this year.
Yeah, we've seen wind that's been pretty much the opposite for the entire year here at Foundation Field, usually blowing in from left field towards home plate, but today the wind's flipped and maybe the righties with a chance.
Henriquez watches one go by inside, and it counts now 2-1. Henriquez has 5 RBIs on the season for the Joes. Looking to get things started here in the bottom of the second. That one down and away for a ball. Count now 3-1. John Sanjul on deck for the Joes. Rogers, the 3-1 pitch delivery. It misses up high, and it's a leadoff walk. Back-to-back times, Joes have led off with a walk in the first 2 innings. And now the 8-hitter, John Sanjul, will come up to the plate, batting from the left side. Batting .143 on the year out of Columbia in the Ivy League. Contact hitter. We also saw him hit one hard in Richmond to this very team. He was pretty much the guy that had his bat working in that one for the Joes. Hit one off the right center field fence. Doubled it, came around to score. That was the only run for the Joes that this one gets away. And Tyler Henriquez will advance 90 feet to second after a bad throw from Rogers over to Huber at first. Trying to check on Henriquez, but instead gets past Huber. And Henriquez is in scoring position for the Joes with no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch to Sanjul, low and in for a ball. Lefty on lefty matchup here between Rogers and Sanjul. Rogers out of the stretch, fires home, and this one's lined hard, but way foul. Sanjul way ahead of that one. Ball found the barrel of the bat, but was way foul. Count now 1-2 to Sanjul. He doesn't strike out often, more of a contact hitter, likes to put things in play and avoid going down on strikes, trying to do it right here. On this at-bat, the 1-2. Nice block there from Barber to keep it in front. Scoop that off the turf. Count is now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. In the bottom of the second inning. Joe stranded, the bases loaded in the first. Trying to get one here in the second. The pitch from Rogers is high, but San Jewel went chasing a little bit and staying alive after he fouled that one off. He has to battle over there at the plate, anything close to the strike zone. That one was hovering around the top of the strike zone there.
San Jewel had his best game earlier against the Jazz. His only multi-hit game went 2 for 4.
2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Rogers. Hit hard, but foul down the line, or towards the Jazz dugout rather. It was more towards the Jazz dugout than it was the first base line.
We've seen some of the Joe's hitters come around, and we've seen their batting average climb by a couple points every single night for the past few days. It stands at 254 right now as a team,
which is 7th in the GLSCL.
That's come up probably around 10 points or so over the last 3 days.
Yeah, they were sitting at 234 average at the beginning of the week, which was 10th, so that's climbed quite a bit. The 2-2 pitch to San Jewel, grounded foul. San Jewel staying alive in this at-bat. Pitch number 9 upcoming. Or 8. Pitch number 8 coming up to John San Jewel, who is fighting off anything around the plate. He's fouled off 3 in this at-bat thus far. Tyler Henriquez stands at second. He has a 2-step lead. The pitch hangs. It was a breaking ball, but that one's going to get out of play into the parking lot over the Joe's dugout.
Just a reminder, we do
Probably would have been ball 3 there for San Jewel, but I think the break made him a little bit nervous. That one was up high, so he fouls it off. San Jewel battling here.
9th pitch of the at-bat coming up to the man out of Columbia. No score here at Foundation Field. Rogers comes set at the letters, delivers home. This one hit hard right back up the middle. Around third and coming home is Henriquez. The throw to the plate is late, and advancing to second is San Jewel. It's an RBI single for John San Jewel.
Great at-bat there from San Jewel. He just fouled off pitch after pitch after pitch and just waited for his to come, and when it came across the plate, he sent it right back where it came from, up the middle, bouncer into center field, and the Joes have their first lead of the game.
So on the 9th pitch of the at-bat, San Jewel sends one right back, whistling past Anthony Rogers into center field. He has the RBI single and then advances on the throw to second. Garrett Staten, the 9-hitter for the Joes, comes up to the plate. He'll look at a strike at the knees. Staten batting .273 this summer for the Joes. He's playing second base out in the field for Hamilton. 1-0 the lead for the Hamilton Joes. No outs. San Jewel is caught. He's trying to get back to second, and he's going to be tagged out. So San Jewel is going to be caught in between second and third after getting the RBI single. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the second.
It was a good pickoff by Rogers. He lifted the knee and just turned around, and San Jewel kind of tripped, was caught off guard by the turn, and that was what ended up being his mistake.
0-1 the count to Garrett Staten. He rests the bat on his right shoulder and watches one go by for a ball. Counts now 1-1. Nobody on for the Joes, but they take the early lead 1-0. And that one at the shins for a ball from Rogers, and the count's 2-1. So Henriquez walked and came around to score off the San Jewel RBI single, but San Jewel was caught in between second and third. As this one low and in, ball 3. 3-1 the count now to Garrett Staten. Anthony Rogers has walked 3 batters already in this game. This one is lined right towards the second baseman, Curry, who kind of just had a little short hop over there at second. Didn't have to reach up high, too high for that one. Second out of the inning on the line out from Staten. And now it's the top of the order for the Joes and Leighton Banjoff. Banjoff walked, but then was stranded at third, as were two other Joes in that first inning when the Joes had him loaded. A pitch from Rogers to Banjoff is a little dribbler, but that one is foul. Banjoff 3 for 7 at the plate, making his third start of the season for the Hamilton Joes. Arrived late. Played his ball at Nebraska this past spring, who lost in the regional, the Fayetteville regional, against Arkansas, who was the number 1 team in the country. So the Big Ten champs got put in the number one team in the country's regional, which is kind of strange. After winning the Big Ten, you're rewarded with that. Nebraska was able to get a game against Arkansas, but lost. And that final one, winner take all, to go to Supers. And Arkansas ended up losing in the Super Regionals to North Carolina State. College World Series will start this weekend. Count is now 1-2 to Leighton Banjoff. The pitch from Rogers on its way. And called strike 3. That one looked a little bit high and inside, but instead Bailey rings up Banjoff, and that's the third and final out of the second inning. The Joes get one, though. They lead 1-0 here at Foundation Field. Third inning, right around the corner when we come back. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Back here at Foundation Field, Joes get 1 in the bottom of the second. They lead 1-0 as we enter the third inning. Sam Klein has only given up 2 hits through his first 2 innings of work in today's game. He struck out 4 Jazz batters. The last outing, he struck out 14 steam hitters. And for a lot of last week, led the league in strikeouts. But by the end of tonight, he might be back in that lead in strikeouts in the GLSCL. 4 already tonight. First pitch to the 9-hitter, Drew Barber, is a strike right down the middle. Barber's batting .417 on the year, only 12 at-bats, so a smaller sample size. Still impressive average, though, thus far. This one pops out of the mitt of Sass, and that's a ball.
The league leader in strikeouts is Mitchell White from the Clippers up in the North Division.
How many games has he pitched, though?
Take a look. He's struck out 27 across 3 games. He's pitched 14 in a third innings.
The pitch from Klein is through the left side. So a base hit for Drew Barber to start things here in the third. Third hit given up by Klein.
Back to top of the order for Jazz, second baseman number 3.
The last 2 times he's given up a hit, though, in today's game, he's gone on to strike out the next 2. So let's see if he can repeat that and keep that trend going. KJ Curry in the top of the order comes up to the plate. Curry looks at one in the turf. Sask eats it in front of him. Curry grounded out to third base to Henriquez. Jazz not a team that's very aggressive on the base path. It's only 9 stolen bases in 11 attempts, which is last in the GLSCL. Nice slider there from Klein. The count's 1-1. Klein looks over at first and will step off. The 1-1 to KJ Curry. Ground ball to the right side. He'll turn it and not going to be in time. As Dayton flipped it over to Broom. They get the lead runner, though. There's one out here in the third. Just not too hard hit of a ball to try to turn 2 there.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a strength of Sam Klein's game. I know it didn't benefit the Joes there, but obviously he strikes out a lot of batters, but I think an underrated part of his game is just hitters' inability to hit balls hard off him. The few hits he does give up are ground balls that find holes. We saw a bloop single back in the first. You know, none of these are line drives that get ripped into the outfield or any deep hits or anything like that. They're all just kind of, you know, weak hits that are able to find soft spots in the field.
Check on the runner over at first. Closer play, but KJ Curry back in time. See if KJ Curry will be on the move and try to get the Jazz 10th stolen base of the season. Klein sets below the belt. He fires home. Runner on the move. Fouled off. Count is now 0-2 to Cale Chetham. He singled back in the first inning, but couldn't get to second as he was stranded over there at first to end things in the first inning. Sam Klein out of the stretch. Fires home. It's a hard hit ground ball, and it's through the left side past the diving Broom into left field. And that is now the Jazz second hit of the inning. There's runners on first and second with one out.
All right, fans, it's our beer batter, sponsored by Miller Coors.
So Chetham
Van Huber.
now 2 for 2 in the day after that single. It's the 4th hit from Jazz tonight. They've scored double digits in their last 2 games. They scored 10 over the Marlins and then 11 against the Scouts. Combined 24 hits in the last 2 games, so their bats are hot coming into today's game against Joe's. But Joe's pitching, one of the best in the GLSCL, at the top of many statistic pitching categories.
Top of the league in opponent batting average, whip, and ERA.
The pitch from Klein, ground ball to Broom. He fires a second, throw to first in time, and it's a 6-4-3 double play to end things here in the top of the third.
In the third for Jazz,
So another ground ball from the hand of Sam Klein on the bump. This time it turns 2 in the middle of the infield. And we go to the bottom of the third with the Joes on top, 1-0. Listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
F-H-F.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center,
heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation.
Harry Jackson will lead things off here in the bottom of the third inning. Glad you can join us here on YouTube. Sam Newcomb here alongside Luke West-Poley for game number 12 of this Hamilton Joes summer season. Joes entering today's game 7-4, 5-1 at home. They are winners of their last two. Trying to extend that to 3. They can get the win tonight. First pitch is flied out into center field. Austin Slate is there. He makes the grab, and there's one out on one pitch to start things in the bottom of the third inning. So Jackson now 0 for 2 on his day after that fly out. And now Luke Arnold will come up to the plate. He has one of the 2 hits for the Joes today. Jazz are out hitting the Joes 4-2 in the hit column, but Joes lead 1-0.
Joes have worked 3 walks, and that has been playing to their advantage thus far tonight.
First pitch to Arnold, in there for a strike. Anthony Rogers trying to avoid any traffic on the base paths this inning after stranding them loaded in the first, and then he didn't leave any in the second, but he did allow a run to score. This one sharply hit to the right side. KJ Curry with a nice sliding grab on the short hop. And there's 1 out, or 2 outs now. And that retires Arnold. So Joe's trying to avoid going down in order here in the third. As Sammy Sass will come up to the plate. He walked in his first at-bat. Worked a 3-2 count after he was down 0-2. And ended up walking. Good plate discipline from Sass. Potentially try to start a 2-out rally here with a base hit. Rogers finds the piece of the plate on the outside corner, paints the black for a strike. Rogers fires home. This one skied out into center field. And Slate is there for the third and final out of the inning. Anthony Rogers gets his first 1-2-3 inning against Joe's Bats here in the third. We go to the fourth. Joe's lead 1-0 over the Jazz here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Back here at Foundation Field. Joe's lead 1-0 as we go into the top of the fourth inning. Scores from the South Division. The Scouts lead the Marlins 10-4. That one's in the bottom of the ninth inning, and then Steam Bison. I believe it has started, but the score has not been updated. And that one on Point Streak, the website we use for all the stats in the GLSCO. Tyler Johnson will lead things off for the Jazz, and he swings and misses at the first pitch delivery from Sam Klein. Klein looking good for the Joes. He's only given up 1 run all season long. The 0-1. In there for a strike looking. Counts now 0-2. 4 strikeouts on the day thus far for Sam Klein. Did not strike out any Jazz batters in the last inning. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Klein's a slider and a swing and a miss. Johnson has the second strikeout of the evening. And there's 1 out here in the 4th. Austin Slate will step up to the plate. 1 for 1 on the day for Slate. He singled in the second, but was held at first base for the rest of the inning. Slate is 4 for 5 against Joe's hitting this season. This one hit hard to Dietering at first, but that is past the diving glove of Dietering into right field. Jackson will get to the ball in time and hold Slate at first. So Slate has 2 hits on the day.
Yeah, that one just glanced underneath Matt Dietering's glove over there at first. And the 5th hit of the game for Richmond. They've only advanced a runner to second 1 time. So they're going to look to push the runners a little farther this time with 1 away here in the 4th.
Pitch from Klein is in the turf. Good block there from Sass. The Joes have faced the Jazz. This is their 3rd time playing them. Joes beat them the first time 11-3, lost 4-1 in the second time, and Sammy Sass, nice pick off the turf, fires down to second to throw quickly back to first, and time, and caught stealing is Austin Slate. That was a nice grab from Sammy Sass as that one bounced 3 or 4 feet in front of home plate. Sass picked it off the turf, fired down to second, and they were able to get Slate as he was retreating back to first in time, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Two-0 pitch. Just misses for a ball. 3-0 the count. Sam Klein trying to get a get-me-over strike, and he fires one in there. And the count's 3-1. Three-one count, 2 outs. The pitch from Klein is fouled off, out of play, and the count runs full. So Sam Klein battling back after he threw 3 straight balls to Dietz. Dietz struck out in his first at bat in the second. Sam Klein adjusts his right foot on the rubber, steps off for a moment, steps right back on, gets the call from Sass, comes set below the belt, fires home, chopper to short. Braden Broom charges in on it, sends one to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Sam Klein faces the batter minimum in the top of the 4th. And the Joes lead 1-0. When we come back, Matt Dietering will lead things off for the Joes. Braden Broom will bat second, and Tyler Henriquez will bat third. When we come back, you're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton, there's always a place nearby.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where every
Back here in Hamilton, Ohio,
Bottom of the fourth for the Joes.
the Joes lead 1-0 over the Jazz. Both these teams have beat each other once. Now we're playing their third game against each other. Matt Dietering struck out looking when the bases were loaded with one out in the back in the first inning. First pitch from Rogers misses for a ball. Dietering had a good BP, but see if that'll translate into tonight's game. This one barely misses the jersey of Dietering inside for a ball, and the count's now 2-0. Anthony Rogers got a 1-2-3 inning in the third against Joe's batters, but now he's thrown 3 straight balls, and the count's 3-0 to Dietering. So it has to be perfect for Dietering here. Rogers has struggled this season for the Jazz with his command. He has 3 walks already today, make it number 4. So Dietering reaches on the leadoff walk, and Braden Broom will come walking up to the plate with a runner on and no outs.
The shortstop, Braden Broom.
Braden Broom flew out to end things in the first inning when the bases were loaded. I feel like the Joes are going to get something going any time now. We saw an explosion for the Joes offense in yesterday's game. They scored 5 in the second inning. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the most runs scored in an inning for the Joes all season long. Just a pitch from Rogers. Broom barely gets a piece of it. It's fouled straight back. Only 2 hits on the day for the Joes against Anthony Rogers. Rogers has given up 10 hits and 7 2/3 innings pitched coming into tonight's game. The lefty deals home. Hit hard and shallow left field, in for a base hit. And the runners are on first and second for the Joes with nobody out for Tyler Henriquez.
Yeah, Broom with another single. Was just thinking, he's kind of quietly performed pretty well for the Joes this year, batting .267 coming into this game. And other than the triple against the Bison and the walk-off against the Ohio Marlins, we haven't really heard his name much, but he's actually performed pretty well. And that's another hit for him.
Henriquez will foul one off on the ground down the left side. Yeah, we talk about Braden Broom. Not only has he been contributing offensively, he's also made some nice defensive plays out in the field for the Joes in the middle of the infield. 2 guys on and no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch from Rogers. Hit hard to the third baseman. He drops it, but will step on third and will hold it. So he'll get the lead runner. That was Dietering, who was out, heading towards third. So runners will stay on first and second, but the Jazz get an out on the fielder's choice.
Center fielder, John.
And now John Sanjewell will come up to the plate, trying to repeat his performance in his last at-bat when he smoked one right up the middle for a RBI single. And that's how the Joes now lead 1-0. He's a runner in scoring position over there at second. That's Braden Broom. Henriquez is at first for the Joes. Sanjewell had a 9-pitch at bat against Anthony Rogers, and Rogers throws one outside for a ball. Middle of the infield for the Jazz they're playing double play depth near second base, so large gaps in between the shortstop, third baseman, and the second base and the first baseman. Long wait on the mound from Rogers, and time is called. Rogers lasered onto Braden Broom over there at second, trying to make sure Broom doesn't steal a bag here. The pitch to Sanjul at the knees for a strike. Counts now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is another one called strike. And that was just the second strike. So the count was 1-1 before that pitch, and now the count's 1-2. And now Rogers is going to go look over at second. Doesn't fire over there, but steps off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to John Sanjul. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on first and second for the Joes. The pitch, swing and a miss. John Sanjul down on strikes. And that's the second out of the inning. Now the 9-hitter Garrett Staten will step up to the plate. Trying not to strand those runners on first and second. He lined out to KJ Curry over at second base. Curry just had a jump up not too high to get that one. And this one gets away, and I believe it hits Staten. It does. It bounced and then hit Staten on the shins, feet area. And Staten reaches, and the bases are loaded for the second time in today's game for the Hamilton Joes.
And guess who, Sam? Leighton Banjoff coming to the plate. He came in this situation yesterday, and, well, the rest is history.
Yeah, he found a gap in right center field for a triple that cleared the bases, so we got 3 RBIs out of it. It'd be nice if he could do it again here. The pitch from Rogers near the top of the strike zone, called strike from Jeff Bailey behind the dish. 0-1 the count to Leighton Banjoff. Banjoff 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out looking in the second inning. And watches another one go by for a strike. Near the top of the strike zone. Counts now 0-2 to Banjoff. So Banjoff's going to have to fight here with the count 0-2. See if the guy from Nebraska can have a clutch at bat here with the bases juiced for the Joes. This one lined into right center field, and it's going to be tracked down by Austin Slate to make the catch deep in the outfield for the third out of the inning. The Joes leave them loaded for the second straight time in this game, but they lead 1-0 as we go to the 5th here at Hamilton Joes YouTube.
For being named
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Get ready, Joes fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Back here at Foundation Field, Joes lead 1-0 as we enter the 5th inning. J.L. Buchanan will start things off as he looks at one in the strike zone for a strike. Joes have left the bases loaded twice in today's game, in the first inning and then just a couple of moments ago in the fourth to end things. And nothing to show for it. Their only run came in the second. It was Tyler Henriquez who walked and then came around to score on the RBI single from San Jewel. 1-1. In there for a strike looking from Buchanan. Buchanan struck out looking in his first at-bat on a slider. See if Klein goes right back to that here. The pitch is a fastball. This one is missiled down the left field line. It's going to stay in play. And did he make the catch over there? He did! Banjoff all the way over at the fence. He was in foul territory, but he makes the catch before it left the park. And that is the first out of the inning. So that one was a missile high in the air. It was up there forever. And then Banjoff was tracking it down the whole way. And it found his mitt for the first out of the inning. So Buchanan flies out, and now Bradley Fleener steps up to the plate for the Jazz. He grounded out to Garrett Staten over at second. Waving a miss there. Counts 1-1 to Fleener. Fleener batting 185 entering today's game. That's dipped just a little bit after the ground out. And a nice slider that catches the outside corner for a strike. That pitch is almost impossible to hit. 1-2 the count with one out. Klein comes set. He fires home. It's another slider, and it fools Fleener. And that is Sam Klein's sixth strikeout of the evening.
The catcher, Drew Barber.
And now the 9-hitter, Drew Barber, will bat for the Jazz with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The Jazz have scored or gotten a hit off Klein in every inning up to this point, but they're hitless here in the 5th. Klein trying to get his first 1-2-3 inning of today's game against Jazz bats. Counts 0-1 to Barber, who singled back in the 3rd in his lone at-bat. Nice slider there from Klein. And that froze Barber the whole way. And he's going to take a step out of the box and regather after that filthy pitch from Klein. Klein going for strikeout number 7. He sets below the belt. He fires home. That one dives low into the mitt of Sammy Sass. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2 pitch. Softly hit ball foul towards the Joes dugout. Perfect day for baseball here, not a cloud in sight as the temperatures slowly dip here in Hamilton, Ohio. Started around 85 degrees around first pitch. The 1-2 from Klein. That one at the shins for a ball. Count runs even at 2 apiece. Barber is 6 for 13 on the season for the Jazz. Trying to stay alive here. The 2-2. Nice slider looking, and Barber knew it as he was already walking towards his dugout before home plate umpire Jeff Bailey rung him up. Strikeout number 7 to end things in the top of the 5th for Sam Klein. Coming up for the Joes is the 2-3-4 hitters Harry Jackson, Luke Arnold, and Sammy Sass. When we come back, you're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Hungry Joes fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080.
Chicken Dance was just played here at Foundation Field. All fun and games here at Foundation Field. Try to make a trip over here. Watch some Hamilton Joes baseball. Glad you can join us here on YouTube. We'll be doing the broadcast all season long, home and away. Also going to do the All-Star game later in July. That should be a fun one. Harry Jackson will lead things off. 0 for 2 on the day for Jackson. Trying to get something going to lead things off for the Joes. The Joes have left the bases loaded stranded. Have stranded the bases loaded twice in today's game. Their one run came in the second inning. Second pitch to Jackson in there for a strike. Count 1-1 now to Jackson. Anthony Rogers came into the game 15.26 ERA, but has really pitched well. As Jackson swings and misses there. The ball a little bit high, and the count's 1-2.
Yeah, Rogers' only real problem has been the walks. When he's able to find the strike zone, he's been very, very good today.
Rogers trying to get a strikeout, but instead this one will be flied out into shallow center field. The shortstop, Chatham, will make the catch. It's a pop out to short, and that is the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Luke Arnold will come up to bat now. Second batter for the Joes this inning. 1 for 2 on the day with a single in the first inning, and then a ground out to second in his last at bat. Leads the team in RBIs with 9. Luke Arnold out of Wright State. He hits this one hard, but foul, and I think the bat might have broke, or that just sounded very weird.
Yeah, I think it broke.
Yep, it did break, so Arnold will slowly walk back to the dugout to get a new bat after breaking it on that foul ball towards the Joes' pen.
You know, Sam, Logan Castleman's not in the lineup today, but the Joes, I think, are going to have a really, really good punch at the top of their lineup when you look at the guys that they have now that the injuries and the illnesses have been recovered and everyone has shown up. You got Banjoff, Jackson, Arnold, Sass, and Dietering, and Broom, Heinrichs, who's hit a home run. Then you got Castleman, who's not in the lineup. I think the Joes bats are really going to be able to come along here in the second quarter of this season.
The 0-1 to Arnold is a ball just off the plate. Yeah, Arnold almost hit one out on night 1 off the left field fence. Was just a matter of feet from getting over. This one off the end of the bat and right into the mitt of the hopping Ben Huber. So Arnold couldn't poke one out into right field off the end of the bat, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Sass is 0 for 1 on the day, but he did reach base via the walk in the first inning. This one's followed straight back off the screen in front of us. Sass was All-Horizon First Team nominee out of Wright State. He DH'd for Wright State most of the year, but behind the dish tonight for the Joes. The pitch from Rogers popped up. Shallow right field. Curry looked like he was in trouble for a second there, but he'll be able to snag it for the 3rd out of the inning.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
So we go to the 6th.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Joes lead 1-0 here on Hamilton Joes YouTube.
At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposely so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse range of senior living services. Our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field. Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fan.
Back here at Foundation Field, Joe's lead 1-0. Bats have been quiet for them, but they're able to get one across, and they lead 1-0. Jazz, though, after two hot nights and back-to-back nights the last two nights, with a combined 24 hits in their last two games. They have 5 hits on the game today, which have out-hit the Joes 5-3, but no runs to show for it. KJ Curry in the top of the order will lead things off. First pitch to Curry was a strike, and that one misses low for a ball. It counts now 1-1. Curry reached on a fielder's choice back in the third. This one is fouled off straight back behind Sammy Sass. And Klein is looking for his 8th strikeout of the night. If he can get Curry here. Klein had 14 the other night against the Steam. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 8 for Sam Klein. He continues to mow down hitters. That is his 27th strikeout of the season. In 18 2/3 innings pitched up to this point. Ground ball right side is Garrett Staten, right at him. He'll fling it over to first. And that's 2 outs now. Quick work here in the 6th for Sam Klein on the bump. So Chatham grounds out, and now Ben Huber will come up to the plate. Ben Huber struck out in the first looking and then grounded out into 6-4-3 double play to end things in the third. Sam Klein in the zone, as he's been all season long for the Joes. First pitch to Huber is a ball. Klein's only walked 2 batters this season. In 19 innings pitched up to this very point. Very impressive stuff from Sam Klein. This one rides high and in. And after I just talked about the only 2 walks given up from Klein, he's down in the count 3-0. He'll grab some beads off the turf. I think Huber would be watching this one all the way. He does, and that one's across home plate for a strike. Klein earlier battled back when he was down 3-0 on the rubber. 3-1 the count with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th to Ben Huber. The pitch is a slider, and that just didn't slide enough. Just misses the plate. Sammy Sass tried his best to frame it, but a runner is on with 2 outs for the Jazz. And now the 4-hitter Tyler Johnson, who has struck out swinging and looking in today's game, will try to make contact here in this at-bat. Klein's pitch home is low. Sammy Sass trying to tell Klein just to calm down a bit after Klein has lost his command for just a brief moment. Sure he'll find it right here soon. Klein will check on the runner over at first. Only 9 stolen bases on the year for the Jazz, which is last in the GLSCL. Huber is over there with a 3-step lead over at first. This one hit hard and into the mid of Staten before it went into right field. Staten robs Johnson of a hit. It was right at him. Didn't have to go too far, just had to make a little jump to glove it. And that ends the inning. 6 scoreless innings from Sam Klein. We'll probably see him for the 7th. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Joe's bats coming up to the plate. Dietering, Broom, and Henriquez will lead things off. We'll be right back here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
In need of insurance? United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872. For years, they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joe.
Matt Dietering will lead things off for the Joes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead 1-0 over the Jazz. Anthony Rogers in for his 6th inning of work. This one misses inside for a ball almost clipped Dietering's jersey. Dietering 0 for 1. He struck out in the first, then walked in the 4th inning in his last at-bat. Grounds this one foul. Dietering going to be playing his ball at Toledo next spring for the Rockets. Dietering trying to get things going here in the bottom of the 6th and give some insurance runs on the board for the Joes. That one's low from Rogers, and the count's 2-1. The Joes have been close from taking a larger lead in this one. This one is sailed over everyone's head, even including the umpire. 3-1 now the count. We saw that a couple innings ago from Rogers when he was just warming up before the inning.
Yeah, his command has kind of struggled throughout this outing.
3-1 is fouled straight back, popped up, and out of play. And his command has been up and down, but hey, he's only given up a run through 5 innings thus far. And only 3 hits. Joes haven't been able to figure him out. 3-2 the count, no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The payoff popped up, and this one's going to get out of play into the bleachers, as you hear that. Cling down to the bleachers here in front of us. And we'll do it all again as the count stays 3-2. The 3 hits from the Joes have come from Arnold, Braden Broom, and San Jewel, which is the RBI single back in the 2nd. The 3-2 pitch from Rogers is a ball, and Dietering will fling his bat to his dugout and trot to first with the walk. His second straight walk.
Yeah, I was going to say Dietering works his second straight walk. Last time that happened was back in the fourth. Joe's stranded 3 on base. And they're certainly not looking to do that here. That's been a struggle for the Joes tonight. They left 2 on base as well earlier.
Rogers out of the stretch fires home to Braden Broom. And that one dives low. Barber keeping it in front of him to hold that runner over there at first. Dietering takes a 2.5 step lead over at first base. The pitch from Rogers on its way home. Strike called. 1-1 the count to Braden Broom, who is 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his last at bat. Rogers will go check on Dietering at first. Dietering not known to be very active on the base paths. The only time he will be running will probably be a pass ball that gets away. The 1-1 pitch misses low. Counts 2-1. Fireworks are being popped off here in Hamilton, as you might hear on the broadcast. 4th of July is 3 or 4 weeks away as Broom swings and misses. Well, looked like he might have lost some grip on the bat as he's trying to restrap his batting gloves and get set for the 2-2 pitch. Rogers sends one in, and Broom flings one out into center field off the end of the bat. And runners are on first and second. No outs for the Joes. Or no outs for either team, actually. Then the Jazz do have a man warming up in the pen.
Third baseman, Tyler Heinrichs.
Can't catch what number it is over there. But once we do, we'll let you know. Henriquez is 0 for 1. He grounded out into fielder's choice. He reached base, and he also walked and was the only man to come across for the Joes this evening. Ground ball to short. Chatham fields, flings to Curry at second. The play at first, not in time, so the Jazz can't turn the 6-4-3 double play. So now runners will be on the corners with 1 out.
The pitcher in the pen, I believe, is Andrew Dietz for the Jazz. Right-hander, junior from Chestnut Hill College.
He's in the lineup for the Jazz, so we'll see how that works out. So Henriquez reaches for the second straight time on the fielder's choice. Now Sanjul will try to put one in play and avoid the double play and give the Joes a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch delivery is right at the knees. Sanjul did not like the call. So he steps a couple feet out of the box. Counts 0-1 to Sanjul, who is 1 for 2 on the day. First and third for the Joes, and Rogers will go check on the runner at first. Henriquez is at first. Matt Dietering is at third with 1 out. Sanjul will watch another one go by, but that one's off the plate. Outside, and the count's 2-1. Rogers pauses, now fires home, another ball. Sanjul trying to get Dietering home from third. There's 1 out with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch from Rogers. In the turf. Runner on the move towards second. And Henriquez will dive sliding head first. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Joes on second and third. 3-1 the count to John Sanjewel. Garrett Staten is on deck for the Hamilton Joes. Lefty on lefty matchup. The 3-1 pitch from Rogers. Hit hard right at the first baseman, Huber. He'll make the grab and will double up, Dietering over at third. So the Joes strand more runners in scoring position. It was a hard hit ball from Sanjewel, but nothing to show for it. Joes still lead 1-0. Sam Klein will be walking out of the dugout. He'll be coming in for his 7th inning of work. He has shut down the Jazz bats. And we move to the top of the 7th inning here from Hamilton, Ohio. We'll be right back here on YouTube.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Back here in Hamilton, Ohio, here at Foundation Field, Joes are leading 1-0, but you feel like it should be way more.
Yeah, stranding runners has been a problem for the Joes today. They had 2 in scoring position in the first, stranded them both. They had Sanjewel in scoring position in the second, he got stranded. They had the bases loaded in the fourth, and then they had second and third in the last inning. None of those runners came across to score. And the Joes only have 1 run to show for it. Luckily, that man on the mound, Sam Klein, has done his thing, and he's able to hold Richmond to a goose egg, and so the Joes have the lead here in the 7th.
Slate looks at a strike. Now the 0-1 on its way. Another one that is looked right by from Slate. The count's 0-2. Slate is 2 for 2 against Sam Klein tonight with 2 singles. Sam Klein looking good here. This one barely hit by Slate foul. Count remains 0-2. Sam Klein looking for strikeout number 9. Klein going for 9. Ooh, man, that looked good. Slider from Klein. Just misses the inside corner. Sammy Sass thought that one might have caught a piece of the plate. Slate is down the count 1-2. The pitch from Klein. He is swinging and missing on that one. That one was in on the hands, and he looked foolish on that swing. So Sam Klein gets strikeout number 9. He's been looking fine tonight.
You're a poet, Sam.
Yeah. I try not to be, but hey, when you get the opportunity to do it, why not? 9 strikeouts on the day for Sam Klein after 14 the other night in his other start against the Steam. This one, though, gets away from Klein as bounced a couple feet in front of home plate for a ball. To Andrew Dietz. Dietz 0 for 2 on the day. He looks at one in the strike zone. Counts now 2-1. Dietz out of Chestnut Hill College. And, ooh, that one looked good again. But it's another ball, and the count's 3-1. So Klein trying to avoid giving up his second walk of the evening. He fires home. Ground ball to third. Enriquez fields on the backhand. Throw to first is offline. And Dietering had to come off the bag, and it looked like he applied the tag. but the base umpire, Justin Penix, said he did not.
Now Tyler Thaman's going to come out to the dugout to appeal. And then after the runner came around, Dietz, I don't know if he even touched first base.
So let's see if Thaman's gonna ask for an appeal, because it looked like the home plate umpire, Jeff Bailey, probably had a better angle of it. So let's see if they'll call him out. They'll convene in between home and the pitcher's mound. And he's safe. It sure looked like Dietering applied the tag. Dietering's not really arguing about the call, so maybe he missed. So Dietz will reach on the base hit. Actually, it's going to be E5 on Henriquez on the errant throw. First pitch to Buchanan fouled off. The Jazz have had a base runner in 5 of the 7 innings in tonight's game, but no runs on the board for the Richmond Jazz. 0-1 count. The pitch is in the turf. Sass keeps it in front, and Dietz holds at first. Buchanan's 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking in the second, and then a fly out in the 5th to left field. Klein pauses, now fires home. It's a slider, and Buchanan ahead of that one. He fouls it back. It counts 1-2. The Jazz have out-hit the Joes 5-4 in tonight's game. Andrew Dietz leads off at first. The pitch from Klein, wave and a miss, and Buchanan goes chasing. Strikeout number 10 for Sam Klein. And now there's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Third baseman, Bradley Fleener.
Bradley Fleener, the left-handed batter, will come up to the plate. He too is also 0 for 2. The first pitch to Fleener is high and outside. Fleener playing his ball at Thomas University, hometown Thomasville, Georgia. This one had to be scooped up in the turf from Sammy Sass. Catcher for the Joes tonight. Counts 2-0 now. Joes lead 1-0 here in the top of the 7th. Klein sets below the belt. Pauses, delivers home. Outside again off the plate for ball 2, or ball 3 rather. Counts 3-0. To the 8-hitter Bradley Fleener. Klein will check on the runner over at first. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Sam Klein trying to keep the Jazz scoreless. 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Three balls and 1 strike to Bradley Fleener, who bats from the left side. He went around, or instead that was called strike anyways. And the count runs full. Some movement in the Joes pen, so not sure if this might be Sam Klein's final inning of work. If it is, he's done a phenomenal job. Here we go. 3-2 the pitch. On its way. Line towards second. Staten Fields fires, and that's the 3rd and final out of the top of the 7th. Sam Klein has been phenomenal once again. 7 innings pitched. He's only given up 5 runs, and most importantly, or 5 hits, and most importantly, no runs on the board for the Richmond Jazz. Joes look to add some insurance runs. They lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here at Foundation Field.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio. At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Carefree Heating and Cooling.
New pitcher for the Richmond Jazz. It's going to be Andrew Dietz, who actually just batted for the Jazz in the last half inning when he reached on the air. This time he'll be coming out to pitch on the mound for the Jazz. Garrett Staten, the 9-hitter, will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Joes lead 1-0. This one is lined into left field, base hit to lead things off on the first pitch from Dietz. Staten with a single to start this bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, that's not how they draw it up. It was a swing at about 40% power. He didn't follow through, and it went off the hands, but Garrett Staten finds a way. He punches this one into the shallow outfield, and he's got a leadoff hit.
Andrew Dietz making his 4th appearance. Has pitched 9 innings. He's given up 10 hits, 10 earned runs, 9 walks, 12 strikeouts. Top of the order for the Joes, Leighton Banjoff watches one go by below the knees for a ball. So Dietz's ERA at 10. So he struggled a bit in the 9 innings he's pitched. See if the Joes can get a run across here in this inning, as Banjoff fouls one ground ball down the left side. Banjoff 0 for 2 on the day. He's reached once. That was a walk in the first inning when he was stranded at third. Joes left the bases loaded stranded in the first and the 4th inning. This one's going to hit Banjoff. So back-to-back batters from the Joes reach base. It was a single from Staten and now a hit by pitch for Banjoff. Runners on first and second with no one out.
Yeah, and this is a good time for Harry Jackson to come alive. 0 for 3 up to this point, and a guy that's been great for contact hitting for the Joes this year. Struggled a little bit tonight, but now a great time to get your first hit.
Jackson 0 for 3 on this Thursday evening. Dietz's pitch, ground ball to short. Chatham flips to Curry, and Curry throws over to Huber. It's a 6-4-3 double play. So the Joes, after getting back-to-back base runners on to lead things off, Jackson grounds into a double play. And there's 2 outs and a runner on third for Luke Arnold. Luke Arnold leads the team with 9 RBIs this season. Joes lead 1-0. They are looking for some sort of insurance to their run total. This one escapes and then pops straight up in the air off the backstop. Hey, and that's how the second run of the evening will score for the Joes. Staten across, and that's the score is now 2-0. Joes on top.
Yeah, crucial insurance run for the Joes. They really struggled to push that second one across, and now that they've finally got it, maybe that can open up things for them here with 2 outs.
So Luke Arnold doesn't have to do much except watch that one go by. That was in the turf. And a run comes across. And the score is 2-0. Arnold gets jammed. This one a little dribbler to Curry over at second. He flips to Huber to first. And that's the third out of the 7th inning. Joes were able to get one, though, on the wild pitch thrown from Andrew Dietz. They lead 2-0 as we head into the 8th. And is Sam Klein coming out? He is not. So Sam Klein's night is done, and when we come back, we'll let you know who will be on the bump for the Hamilton Joes here on Hamilton Joes YouTube.
Is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at cboxsports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
New pitcher for the Hamilton Joes. It's going to be Alex Kerr. That will come in relief. Sam Klein, though, what a great day for him in back-to-back starts. He goes 7 innings pitched. He gave up no runs, 5 hits, struck out 10 Jazz batters, and walked 1. His day is over, and he's in line for the win if the Joes can hold on to this 2-0 lead.
Alex Kerr coming in to his 5th game in relief. So far pitched 5 complete innings, giving up 5 runs, 4 earned off 6 hits, walking 2, striking out 3, with an ERA of 7.2.
Kerr pitched in yesterday's game against the Steam. He closed things out for the Joes last night, going 2 innings, giving up no runs, no hits, struck out 2 batters, and walked none. So a good day for him yesterday. Let's see if he can repeat that performance here against the Jazz Bats. Leading off for the Jazz is the 9-hitter, Drew Barber. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Watches one go by for a ball. The 1-0 from Kerr, and was time called beforehand. It was. Kerr still threw home softly. It wasn't gas at all. Here's the 1-0. Hit into shallow left field. It's going to be a tough play, and it will drop for a base hit. So a base hit to lead things off from the 9-hitter Drew Barber.
Leadoff hitter,
And now the tying run comes up to the plate. KJ Curry, the top of the order for the Jazz. So Barber has his 2nd single of the evening. And Curry, who is 0 for 3 on the day, is looking for his first single. Average below 200 after an 0 for 3 start to today's game. Kerr sets above the belt, kicks, fires home. Nice pitch there from Kerr, as Curry was ahead of that one. Alex Kerr throws a 4-seam changeup slider The 1-1. Swing and a miss again. Count runs to 1-2 now. Alex Kerr out of Frontier Community College. Appeared in 7 games, had a 1.86 ERA in the 9 2/3 innings pitched. The pitch on its way in the turf as Sass keeps it in front. Off the 2-2 the count. The pitch from Kerr. Line straight back, foul. Let's see if the Jazz will try to send Barber on the move at all. It's a breaking ball, and it's popped up, and running out of the room is Sass. This one's going to get into the concourse area here at Foundation Field.
Make some noise for that 11th strikeout.
Alex Kerr will pause for a moment as he ties his shoes on the mound. Joes lead 2-0. They've been out hit 6-5, but they still lead 2-0, and the Jazz just really had no answer for Sam Klein, as many hitters have. As many hitters haven't had an answer against Sam Klein when he's on the mound for the Joes. He's just been dominant against all JOSCL teams he's faced. And who knows, he might be into the running for another Pitcher of the Week award after his outing tonight. The 2-2 from Kerr. Lined into left field, base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Jazz. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Tying run is aboard.
Yeah, it's all about timely hitting in these close games. Jazz not able to get anything up to this point, but it doesn't matter if you're able to put together a rally here. One swing of the bat now could tie the game, and now Ryan Finnerty will come out and talk to Alex Kerr.
So Alex Kerr will get some words from Ryan Finnerty of encouragement. Kerr, as we mentioned, went 2 innings yesterday. He didn't give up a run or hit. Struck out 2 batters, but first 2 batters he's faced tonight have reached base on a single. And Finnerty will walk back to the dugout, as will the rest of the infield to the positions. And we're about to resume play here at Foundation Field in the top of the 8th. No outs here in the top of the 8th. Runners on first and second for the Jazz, and Cale Chatham comes up to the plate. He is 2 for 3 on the day. The pitch from Kerr, and Chatham squared to bunt, but pulled it back for a ball. There is a guy warming up in the Joe's pen. Not a full warm-up, though, going on over there.
It's likely going to be Gongura, who's the closer for today's game.
This one's a great bunt. And Kerr throws it away. One Jazz player will score. KJ Curry around third. He will score 2, and this game's tied. It was a great bunt dropped from Chatham. And Alex Kerr had no choice but to go to third. 2 runs score off it, and this game's tied.
Yeah, tough break after the throw from Alex Kerr goes wild. But now with nobody out, the Joes got a fight here.
Our strikeout batter.
So Chatham reaches on second. Ground ball to short. Broom Fields. It's going to be a tough play. Throw to first is not in time. So an infield single for Ben Huber.
Number 19, Tyler Johnson.
There's runners on first and second for the Jazz. Nobody out here in the 8th. Gongura is warming up in the Joe's pen. A pitch from Kerr. It's a slider for a ball below the knees.
It also should be noted that Chase Hopewell is unavailable tonight after starting yesterday's game. The normal late reliever / closer for the Joes.
Kerr looks over at second, now fires home. That's another ball. Counts 2-0 now. So Sam Klein will no longer get the victory, as now the game is tied at 2. Swing and a miss there from Tyler Johnson. 2-1 the count now. Tyler Johnson batting from the left side. Here's the pitch from Kerr. This one's going to be hit into right field, base hit around third, and no, he's going to get the stop sign over there at third is Chatham. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. And that is 5 hits in this inning, given up from Alex Kerr, and he's only faced 5 batters.
Yeah, 5 singles in a row, and that's going to bring in Tyler Thaman and Sebastian Gongura.
And that might be the end of Kerr's day, and it will be. So Kerr does not record a single out. He gives up 5 straight hits. 2 of those came around to score. The game is tied at 2 apiece. Gongura will come in with the bases loaded, nobody out. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, Gongura trying to get out of the sticky situation here from Foundation Field.
The curious and lead inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a non-profit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
So Sebastian Gongura will come in to a sticky situation. Infield in for the Joes as they are tied currently with the Jazz 2-2. But the bases are loaded and there is not a single out here in the 8th. This one's lined into right field, base hit. This will score 2 Jazz players. And the Jazz lead 4-2. Throw to second is not in time, and it's going to be a 2 RBI double for Austin Slate. So runners will be on second and third. Still no one out. We've seen 6 straight hits from Jazz batters in this inning. All Jazz batters in this inning have gotten a hit. And here's number 7 here of the inning, Andrew Dietz, who is on the mound for the Jazz. And As of right now, he'll be in line for the win if the Jazz can hold on. As the Jazz lead 4-2. And he balked, so another run will come in, and it's 5-2. And the runner will advance to third as well. And still no one out here in the 8th. So Kerr's stat line is official now. He went no innings, did not record an out. Gave up 5 runs, 5 hits, no strikeouts and no walks. And now Gongura is responsible for that guy on third base. 5-2 the score. All 5 runs have come in this inning for the Jazz. Sam Klein threw a flawless game, 7 innings, struck out 10 batters, only gave up 5 hits, did not allow a single run. This grounded one over to short. Broomfields, and that's the second out of the inning, but another one comes across. And it's a 6-2 game. So a 6-3 put out for Dietz, and Gerald Buchanan will come up to the plate. He's the 8th man to bat in this inning for the Jazz. Six to 2 the score. As Gongura will go from the windup now with no one on base. Gongura out of the windup, fires home. This one's fouled off and out of play. One out here in the top of the 8th inning. Jazz lead 6-2. The pitch from Gongura is a ground ball now to Henriquez over at third. He gloves it on the backhand. Throw is offline, but Dietering applies the tag on Buchanan for the second out. So now the 9th batter of the inning comes up to the plate. So the Jazz have batted around. Bradley Fleener comes up to the plate, 0 for 3 on the day. He's one of 3 guys in the Jazz lineup without a hit. He watches a strike go by, and the count's 0-1. 0-1 pitch from Gongura, misses low and in for a ball. 1 ball and a strike to Bradley Fleener. The pitch. Nice ball in there. Nice breaking ball there from Gongura. It froze Fleener, and that's the second strike of the at-bat. 1-2 the count. So the Joes trying to get another strike here to end this terrible inning. Gongura strikes out Fleener. He came into a sticky situation. He's only going to be giving up that 1 earned run. That was Slate who singled and came around to score. So Gongura strikes out Fleener, and that will end the top of the 8th. Joes have 6 outs to work with, try to battle back as they trail 6-2 here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati, or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton, there's always a place nearby.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
So a 6-run 8th inning for the Jazz. They get 9 guys up to the plate. They scored 6 runs on 6 hits. And now the Joes have a lot of work ahead of them with only 6 outs left. Chafin is in to pitch for the Jazz. Chafin pitched against this Joes team last time these two teams played. He went an inning and 2/3. Did not allow a run or a hit and struck out 2 batters. This one grounded hard, foul.
Sidearm delivery out of LaGrange College has appeared in 4 games prior to tonight. For the Jazz, pitched 6 2/3 innings. Hasn't given up an earned run yet. Allowed 7 hits, walked 1, and struck out 6. With, of course, a perfect ERA.
Chafin, the sidearm pitcher, sets. Now fires home. Little chopper. This can be a tough play for the third baseman, Fleener, and he's going to have no play. So a base hit for Sammy Sass. Swinging bunt, you could say. And that's a good start for the Joes if they want to have a chance to make a comeback here in this 8th inning. And now Matt Dietering will come up to the plate. He's walked twice in his 3 at-bats, and the other at-bat he struck out looking in the first. First pitch from Chafin to Dietering, misses outside for a ball.
Ryan Finnerty said he's got a feeling about Dietering today. He's still yet to get on the hit column, but that would be a good time.
The 1-0 pitch lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Around second, heading to third is Sass. And Dietering will hold at first after a long turn. And runners are on the corners with no outs. So a good start to the inning for the Joes after they gave up 6 in the 8th. They're trying to earn those runs back here in the bottom half of the 8th.
Yeah, now coming to the plate, one of the hottest bats on the team in Braden Broom. 2 for 3 today, singled in his last 2 times up. And he's got a big at-bat here.
Chafin from the stretch. Throws home, and this one's fouled straight back off the end of the bat of Broom. Braden Broom came in today's game batting .267, but so far 2 for 3 on the day, so that will bump up the average a little bit. The pitch to Broom is a swung on and miss, and the count's 0-2. Chafin making his 5th appearance for the Jazz this season. He's pitched 6 2/3, has given up 7 hits, no earned runs, only walked 1 and struck out 6 batters, and he gets his 7th strikeout as Braden Broom is retired. And now Tyler Henriquez will come up to the plate. Tyler's 0 for 2. He's reached base on all 3 at-bats, but his last 2 came on the fielder's choice. He walked and came around to score for the Joes back in the 2nd inning. pitch from Chafin. Misses below the knees for a ball. Chafin playing his ball at LaGrange College. Hometown is Port St. Joe, Florida. He had a 2.00 ERA in 12 games and 18 innings pitched for LaGrange. The 1-0 pitch to Henriquez is swung on and missed. Counts 1-1. Henriquez plays his ball at Ball State. He has the lone home run on this Joe's team. Came a couple nights ago. Over the right field fence, he went oppo with it. The 1-1 from Chafin misses outside for a ball. Lights are on here at Foundation Field. Joe's trying to get a comeback victory. They trail by 4 runs. They have runners on the corners. This one's chopped to short. Cale Chatham steps on the bag, throws a first in time, and it's a 6-3 double play. That will end things here in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Jazz 6, Joe's 2 here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Get ready, Joe's fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joe's game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposely so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse range of senior living services. Our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance.
Back here at Foundation Field, Sebastian Gongura in for his second inning of relief duty. Came into a tough situation with the bases juiced, and then gave up a single to Austin Slate that scored 2 runs. Out of the 6 runs scored from the Jazz in the 8th inning, only 1 of those are earned runs given to Sebastian Gongura. 1-1 to count to the 9-hitter Drew Barber, who got things started in the 8th inning. He grounds one over to shortstop. Broom fields it, fires, and there's 1 out here in the 9th. Top of the order now, and KJ Curry up to the plate.
Second baseman, KJ Curry.
Curry is 1 for 4 on the day. He, too, singled and came around to score for the Jazz. This one's a nice curveball that curves into the strike zone for a strike. Gongura right back to work. That one misses high, though. One the pitch. Fouled back to the screen, so Curry's going to have to battle with 2 strikes on him. Gongura looking to get his second strikeout of the evening. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, strike 3, swinging.
Number 21.
Gongura has retired the first 2 here in the 9th. Now the 2-hitter, Cale Chatnam, will come up to the plate. He's had a good day today as he looks at a strike. He's 3 for 4 with 3 singles for the Jazz. All the hits from the Jazz have been singles. No balls and a strike. The pitch from Gongura. Nice one there. Fastball, strike 2.
Yeah, Gongura's having a good inning. That's exactly what he needs. The Joes need a flawless one if they're going to want to have any chance at this one in the 9th.
The 0-2. Ooh, looked good, but just a tad inside. So now the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gongura trying to strike out another Jazz batter, but this one's fouled off. Assuming Tanner Chafin will come out to try to shut things down for the Jazz in the next half inning. Ground ball right back to Gongura. He gloves it. Take a couple steps towards first and flings it to Dietering for the 3rd out. Joes trail by 4 runs, 6-2. They're down to their final 3 outs here from Foundation Field. Listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field. Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
Back here for the bottom of the 9th, the Joes down to their final 3 strikes, or 3 outs. I said that the other night too. Down to their final 3 outs, John Sanjewell, the 8-hitter, will bat for the Joes to lead things off. He is 1 for 3 on the day. He hit one hard in his last at-bat right into the mitt of Ben Huber on a line out at first base. Chafin trying to finish things for the Jazz. This one's a chopper to Curry at second. Low throw, but in time for the first out. 4-3 put out there. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th, and Garrett Staten, the 9-hitter, comes up to the plate. He singled back in the 7th, came around to score for the Joes. Staten 1 for 3 or 1 for 2 on the day. He was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. Chafin's first pitch to Staten makes Staten swing out of the strike zone there. Oh, 1 the count. The pitch chopped again. This time Huber's going to field it. He'll underhand throw it to Chafin. There's 2 outs. Top of the order up now, Leighton Banjoff. Joes trail 6-2. They're down to their final out in this one. Most likely going to be snapping their 2-game win streak, and the Jazz are going to win 3 straight now. All 3 of those games were comeback victories for the Jazz. If they can hold on tonight. 6-run 8th inning has been the difference in this one. Ground ball, third base. Fleener Fields fires the first, and that's the ball game. The Jazz win 3 straight. They score 6 in the 8th inning to win it over the Joes after it looked like the Joes were going to maybe win their 3rd straight game and improve to 8-4, but instead Sam Klein's perfect performance is not going to be shown for a W in the schedule. Joes lose this one by a score to 6-2. But Luke, you just got to come back tomorrow and just restart and try to get the win over the Scouts.
Yeah, it's a long season. It's a grind, and games like this, unfortunately, are going to happen. The Joes with just one slip up, and it was a big one, and as a result, they dropped this one here today. But the homestand continued.
1 inning, gave up a run and 1 hit. But the following half inning, it was the 6-run explosion for the Jazz Bats. Losing pitcher for the Joes, it's going to be Alex Kerr. He did not record a single out. Gave up 5 runs, 5 hits, did not strike out any, and did not walk any. And that is all she wrote. Final score here from Foundation Field. Joes dropped their 2nd home game of the season. Jazz win 6-2. For Luke West Pulley, I'm Sam Newcomb saying so long, and we'll see you tomorrow night here on YouTube.